Good evening and welcome to the school committee meeting of Monday, January 13th. Could we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have nothing under audience. We'll move to reports. For monthly reports, we have the administrators, Ms. Schipper. Oh, I did it again. Why do I go right past the minutes? We have the acceptance of the minutes for the meeting of December 9th.
Motion to approve?
Second. All those in favor? And
Melissa has to
abstain, right? You had that written down. That's a vote. Now nothing under audience. Now on to reports. Monthly reports for administrators, Ms. Schipper, Mr. McAllister, Ms. Shifley, and Ms. Sheehan. Under guidance, we have Ms. Black, and pupil personnel services with Dr. Manigula.
6 motions to approve?
6 seconds.
All those in favor? That's a vote. Under financial reports for November, we have the Rockland High School and the Rogers Middle School.
2 motions to approve the financial reports.
2 seconds.
All those in favor? That's a vote. And school newsletters, we have Eston, Phelps, the middle school, and the high school. Anything to add?
Nope.
No? All right. Thank you for doing them. For old business, we have completed fundraisers. We have 4 completed fundraisers. We have the Aramis Student Council with Shake Your Tail Feather. Students purchase feathers to pin on a staff member. They raised $145. We have the Rockland High School Travel Club did a prize calendar for students traveling in 2025, 26, and 27. They raised $7,590 with no expenses. The class of 2025 and 26 did a Yankee Candle fundraiser. They raised $180. And class of 2026 did a Domino's night, and they raised $600. Lots of money earned. Are you okay?
I'm fine, sorry.
Sorry. I felt rude to not acknowledge you. Under new business, we have recognition for Diana Newcomb. Ms. Schipper?
Hello. Thank you for having us. I would like to recognize Rockland High School girls basketball coach Diana Newcomb, who was named 2023-2024 Coach of the Year by the MIAA. Diana was recognized at an awards banquet on December 11th. She has been head varsity coach for 13 years. Under her leadership, girls basketball teams have had great success with numerous league titles and several Final Four appearances. I am very proud of Diana, who is a former student of mine, and all she has accomplished. Congratulations, Coach. She was awarded this fancy plaque at the award ceremony on December 11th, and we're very proud of her. Congratulations for all you have accomplished.
Thank you, I
Ms.
appreciate it.
Newcomb.
Excellent.
Thank you.
That's it?
Well, I have a question.
Oh, yes.
When you were a player, did you want to coach?
I more when I got to college, I started thinking about it. Throughout my high school years, I was just so focused on, getting a state championship here and trying to get a scholarship to go to the next level. And then once you're at the next level, you kind of think about what's coming up next. And I've been coached by great coaches, so I've learned so much from them that was something that I thought I wanted to try out.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Di. And next, we have lots to celebrate tonight. I'd like to recognize the 2024 RHS cheerleaders. I'd like to introduce Coach Janine Reardon and senior Lucy Burns, senior Rachel Galemi, and junior Ashley Moran, who are all captains. I'd like to recognize them, this team, who finished the fall 2024 season undefeated. They were South Shore League champions, D4 South Regional champions, MSAA D4 state champions. This is Coach Reardon's 15th state championship, 8th consecutive state championship, and we're super proud of this entire team. So congratulations, everybody. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
We have some bling to show.
Playing out.
Ah, there you go. Tom Brady's got nothing on you.
Excellent.
That's impressive.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
for having us.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Way to represent. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And now we'll move on to the graduation date for the class of 2025. We have that they're requesting May 30th, 2025 at 6:30 for the official date for Rockland High School's graduation this year. Dr. Cron, do you have anything to add? You don't want to
I
change
fully
anything?
support Principal Shipper's recommendation.
Wait, did it used to be 7 and we moved it to 6:30 last year or the year before?
7, yeah, I remember 7. I think
is
we
it
moved it
6:30?
back to 6:30. Yeah.
Sunset.
I think it's been creeping earlier and earlier.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't 6, right? It was 6:30?
No, yeah, it was
It's always
6:30, yeah.
6:30?
I think one
It
year we
works.
moved it to 5:30 because of the weather.
Yeah.
We
I
moved
feel
it
like
up
it's
one
been
year
moved
with the-
around,
with
but
the
it never
storm.
changes the day.
Right,
Yep.
it's always, yeah.
Yes.
It was actually raining on the school and not on the field.
Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3, run.
I remember one year it was raining in Abington and not here.
Right.
Yeah.
I know,
Crazy.
we've had a few close calls.
Very lucky.
Yep.
So we're not going to change the day. We
We
may just
cannot.
change the time, no. Go ahead.
All right, motion to approve the graduation date for class of 2025, May 30th.
Second.
All those in favor? That's a vote. And now we have FY '26 capital request.
Yes, thank you. I have submitted this on a preliminary basis to Mr. Lapp for his consideration, but he is aware that the school committee hadn't had an opportunity to vote it yet. And so this is still a work in progress, as I told Doug, and it's a total request of $1,950,000 for all items that are appropriate for utilization for one-time funds. Some of them are recurring regulars, such as the van lease, which notably is decreased by $45,000 because we were able to purchase the 2 vehicles, one used, one new. The recurring yearly cost has gone down, as have our sped and out-of-district transportation costs with the result, as a result of that purchase. So we thank the town for that. I'm going bottom from top.
That's okay.
The $200,000 for Chromebooks and IT needs. This is a 400 Chromebooks at approximately $385 a year, plus some additional IT costs that come up every year that are unanticipated that we include under this article. Network protection is upgrading from Sentinel-1 to Artwork. It's a network management and an endpoint protection system. We are not convinced that we want to do this yet. Mr. Wells is still exploring some of this and interviewing some other districts who have implemented it. He doesn't have any concerns with Sentinel-1, so he doesn't want to buy something that we don't need. So what he's really checking is the endpoint value that it brings, and we're waiting his recommendation on that. The F-350 pickup is for Mr. Shum. It would replace a 2008 vehicle that we could use for both sanding and for lugging other maintenance equipment, most notably landscaping type equipment that they need to use during the course of the year. The Elston electrical upgrade, again, this is very much a work in progress, but we put it in at 800. We have 500,000 that was appropriated this year towards the Elston school that we have not yet utilized. So Dr. Cron and myself are going to be meeting with Mark and really see where we go now that we have the what we've done already with the filtration system that we did under the IVAQ grant. What do we need to go to next? So this is a placeholder, but we all know that Eston has needs, and that is why this is on the list.
Can I just poke one thing?
Sure.
So just a reminder, Eston was built in 1968, and many of the things that we need to do there for HVAC are, we need to fix the electrical before we can do any of it. So we want to do splits over there to cool the building, but we can't do that because we don't have enough power yet. So that price keeps going up year after year. It's scary, it's a scary number, but the sooner we do it, the cheaper it'll be. So just so that folks out there listening are thinking, you know, why are you asking for nearly $1 million for an electrical system? It's because if we don't do that, we can't do other things. And again, just a reminder, it was built in 1968, so the systems are very old.
Yes,
To
and
be
everything
honest-
is, and it is original.
Yeah.
And we didn't put money into Eston because we were busy putting money into Memorial Park and Jefferson. So
Correct.
Eston was always third in line.
Right.
So now it's Eston's turn, sadly.
Correct.
So
It was the new building.
it was the new building
Yeah.
back in my day.
And the
Jamie, I
upgrade
think
would go
Jamie
out
has
for bid and everything, like it typically does? For,
Oh, yes.
Like that. So we would potentially get best pricing available and all that stuff, yeah. Okay.
Correct.
And I would assume.
The middle
splits-
school, high school rooftops, and the next three are all middle school, high school, and again, the building's 11 years old. Yeah,
It's hard
a
to
little bit
believe.
old, which is, you know, very hard to believe, but things are starting to fail. And what we call our extraordinary maintenance, I don't know if you remember last year, but it's a $46,000 boiler. We had a heat problem in the gymnasium. We had to bring in outside heating systems so we could continue to run the athletic programs during the winter. So we have concerns about the rooftop HVAC units. We have 13 units that are approaching the end of their life, and on average, they're $225,000 each. So we're looking very similar to the Chromebook to get them on a regular cycle for replacement. Now, some of them are 13,000, and some are 250. So on average, they're 225. So we'll put in for two at the higher end, one for the middle school, one for the high school, and that way, if we had an event, at least we would have some heat within the building, within each building, if something were to happen. Middle school, high school lights, this is something we were going to do last year, and we deferred until this year. We have a relationship with the vendor that put the lights in. They have outlived their useful life, but we're not having problems with them. But if we don't replace them, we could lose this relationship. And so, again, this is something that we're back and forth on whether or not we want to do. We may actually, ultimately, when the free cash number comes in, defer this out to 26. But the capital committee likes to know anything that we're thinking
Right.
about doing over the course of the next 3 years. So we wanted to keep this item.
So, is
on the
that
list.
lights replacement all of them, or is that
Yes.
like okay, so that wouldn't
Yes,
be
that's
like we
not a-
have to do
that's not a
half and half
cycle.
and half, okay?
No,
okay.
and last year we did 87,000 for cameras, and we thought we were going to have to do that on a yearly basis, but what the IT department has just done an incredible job with the cameras and what they purchased, and we're actually installing them ourselves. So we only purchased them, and we're not doing the labor. So we're able to do many more camera replacements than we thought we were going to be able to because we eliminated the labor costs, and we did the labor in-house, which was huge from a safety perspective. And we had something we had to look at the other day, and we would not have been able to look at it to the degree that we were able to look at it 3 months ago due to the quality of the cameras. So it's really another example of just the IT department saving a lot of money, IT and maintenance saving the taxpayers a lot of money. And then the middle school, high school HVAC controllers and software. This is a new system to manage it. Everything's electronic now, whether it's your car or a heating system, or whether it's a heating system. And you know, the addition part of the new construction from 11 years ago, the HVAC has always been a little bit wonky that we've been dealing with. So this would be a new managing system that would, it's both software and a problem identification management system, replacing the ones that we have. And we think we can better control some of our trouble spots.
Right. I remember
if
hearing
we,
about trouble spots in the past, if you
correct.
trying to master them and
right,
not trying to
and
master
some people
them.
say the
and-
window, like, people
Yeah.
say all kind, it's the HVAC system, and it's the fact that we combined an old with a new and retrofitted and all that. So, and it would, in the long run, it would take a couple of years, but it would save us money
Right.
in controlling our HVAC, especially our heating costs. So this is the list. You know, some things that aren't on the list that we've historically used free cash before would be sped costs, both for out of district and early in the year for, you know, some days one of these off, put that on. But these, we were asked for capital expenses. So these are capital expenses, not costs that are also appropriate to use free cash for. So these are just our capital items that Mark Shawm and Tim Wells have identified. You know, that we need, and they total $1,950,000. And then in the back of the packet is the individual detail
Of each thing.
for each request. And then Dr. Cron and I will go to the capital planning committee, et cetera, to discuss them, and we generally bring Mr. Wells and Mr. Shawm to that.
Okay,
To answer any questions they have.
yeah.
And these would be for people listening, appropriation in the April town meeting.
Correct.
Correct.
Yep, in the Springtown meeting from free cash.
You can?
Sure.
Last year, we talked a lot about the vestibule project and the security upgrades.
Yes.
I don't see that in there. Did we? I don't think we
Yes.
finished
We're done.
it. It's done.
Everything is
Okay.
done. We have
Great.
done our FY25 articles that were appropriated last year. They are virtually all completed except for the Eston School, because the first project wasn't completed in time for us to start the second project. We utilized, again, we got $300,000 for sped foster and homeless costs, $200,000 for Chromebooks and related IT costs. We still have some money left in there, the $87,000 for the security camera replacement, which has gone far further than we anticipated that it would. $500,000 towards the Eston School, which we have not yet expended, and then $295,000 for the vestibule project and the $100,000 for the vans. And the vestibule projects are all completed, so middle school, high school, and the Eston School are all compatible with the Phelps.
Awesome. Strong one.
Yeah, for the public to understand, when we say vestibule project, when we built the Phelps School, one of the things that was sort of standard was what's called a double entry system. So it keeps visitors out, and it's a double entry system. So you come into a waiting area before you enter the school. There's a lot of steps. And then we looked at our other buildings and said, we don't have that, and we wanted to bring them all up to speed. So now we've done that. So when you go to the early childhood center, it's a double entry system in the middle school and the high school. So, you know, thank you to the town, but it's a big security upgrade. So.
You know, we coupled this with grant monies, you know, through ESSA, and together in partnership with the town, we're all set.
Great. Thank you so much.
Anyone else? No, you good? That was all you had? All right. So we need to
Approvals for that?
approve,
Yes,
yeah.
vote please.
Motion to approve the FY26 capital requests.
Second.
All those in favor? That's a vote. Okay. Now we'll move to Dr. Cron's superintendent report.
Thank you. Very briefly, I don't talk a lot publicly about our security protocols and our programs. We just mentioned our vestibules. But I do want the town to know how serious we take security, and that it requires, you know, a cooperative effort between police, fire, highway, and the school department. We have a committee, an emergency management committee, and we held our third meeting last week, and it brings together police, fire, all of our school heads, and we, over the years, have developed protocols for every contingency and done a number of things. And I won't go into details, but it's great that we do it. One of the things that we do that is particularly, I think, effective is we do tabletop exercises. So the police will create one and surprise us with it, and what would you do if this happened? And we work it out. This past meeting we did one with police, and it was very helpful, and sometimes it's a little scary, but it's better to be scared in a practice setting. And so I do want the public to know how important security and safety is. We work very, very hard at it. That said, the vestibules, the team, all of these meetings, our phenomenal police and fire department and highway department and picking up the phone if something is wrong, calling someone if something is wrong, saying something to a teacher if they see something. So that is what really keeps us ultimately safe. So just wanted to take a moment to remind the public of that and ask for your support. Second, another thing that's very important to us is Rockland is a very special place. I don't know too many places where there are two principals who still live in town and who come around. And we see Mr. Sangster lives in Hanover, but he comes around. We get to see Mr. Sangster. Scott McKinley, we still get to see Scott McKinley. And I got to speak with Dick Phelps the other day on his birthday, and it was wonderful. And today we had coffee with John Rutchless, who was our superintendent prior to me. And I think it's pretty special that we stay in touch, because it's just important, and I love maintaining those relationships. And a quick shout out to Peter Parks, who just retired after 40 years of working, 40 years, and a wonderful friend to the school department.
Sure is.
And we wish him well in his retirement. And that's all I have. Thank you.
No, I will say congratulations to Peter Parks too. You will be missed, and I know you're still here when we need you if we have phone call. So, all right, we'll move on to our public service announcements. I'll go to the left, Melissa.
So January 23rd is the end of term for middle school and high school, so just reminding everybody to make sure they get all their assignments in and do the best that they can, finish up that term just as strong as they started it. And also, so we acknowledged Coach Newcomb and Coach Reardon tonight. I'm very grateful for everything that they do, but very grateful to all of the coaches in Rockland. Our coaches, just like our teachers, give so much to our kids, and it shows in just who they are, and it's just incredible what they give. So just a big shout out and thank you to all of the coaching staff for what they do for our kids. That's all I got.
Second everything Melissa said. So good luck. I hope everyone had a good break. This is our first meeting since we've returned from winter break, so hope everyone enjoyed that. Continue to stay warm and healthy. Study for those midterms for the grades that have them. And then reminder, Monday the 20th is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, holiday. No school.
Jamie gave you the day off.
I did. He gave me the day off. That's it.
And that's it?
Nothing to add.
Nothing to add? All right. I have the Rockland Middle School is doing, the drama club is presenting Raining Cats and Dogs, one performance only, this Thursday, January 16th at 7 p.m. You can get tickets at the door, $10 for adults, students and seniors are $6. So congrats and enjoy the fun night with the drama club. And I wanted to add into the retirements of this year. In the town, part of my family, but also very well known in this town after 39 years, Ralph Tansey retired. He was huge in our plowing, and as the sidewalk plow went by my house yesterday, I thought of Ralph. It would have been him. So we appreciate all of his time and efforts that he has put into maintaining the streets and all, but also helping us get the roads and stuff clear for our kids to get back to school. It is a group effort. And so enjoy your retirement. I know you're still working at the yard. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Ralph. And that's all I had for tonight. Anyone else have anything else? Nope. All right. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Oh, wait, I have one more thing. Speaking of that, Emily would have been.
I wasn't sure we were bringing it up. I wanted to ask
I
you.
wasn't gonna, but Emily posted on Facebook, so I felt that it was okay to say. Emily is not with us tonight and probably the next few meetings because she just welcomed a baby boy, Luke, on Saturday. So congratulations to her. We will miss you. Stay home with those babies and enjoy. And whenever you're ready to come back, you're welcome. So that's all I had.
Now, motion to adjourn. We miss you, Emily.
Second.
All those in favor? Good night.